It is the week before Halloween, and if you ain't reading these 5 top horror picks that I've got, maybe you should be looking at them. Let's check them out. What's going on, 22 Comics? And today, like I said, we're going to be talking about my top 5 horror picks. These are all books that I have read. I have not read them all the way through. I have at least read the first volume of them, though, and I thoroughly enjoy them. Coming in at number 5 is The Walking Dead. Written by Robert Kirkman. To me, it was a really good read, especially the beginning volumes, and it's focused on zombies. And eventually it turns into, not just that zombies are the problem, but that society in general, how it handles things like that, become a problem. The Walking Dead, if you don't know, tells the story of a man named Rick Grimes who was unconscious during the start of the zombie apocalypse. He winds up finding his family and eventually losing his family and making new family throughout his journey. It's reminiscent of the TV show if you have watched it. However, the TV show is different than the book itself. I really like this book. I really like the artwork of this book. I'm very much a fan of the black and white artwork. Now they're actually putting out the deluxe versions of the originals, and so you're getting the original story but in color form. So if you've not checked The Walking Dead out yet, I highly suggest you do that. Book number 4 is Locke and Key. This is another series that is also complete. It's done. I think the book will take a lot of people by surprise if you haven't already read it yet. So there is a Netflix series out about it. The premise is that a family has suffered tragedy and that they go to stay in the Locke family home, and we meet entities within the property, and there are keys that do different things in the home. So it's a very interesting concept, and there is quite a bit of horror and gore in this book. But like I said, the artwork is very clean, it's very well done, very tasteful. The writing is very good, the story moves along very well. And I do highly recommend this story, recommend this book. Book number 3 is Kill or Be Killed, another series that has ended. It was a 20-issue run, and I love this book. The artwork is very gritty. The story is very well done. It is written by Ed Brubaker. Art is done by Sean Phillips. Our main character is a guy named Dylan, and he falls on some really depressing times and goes to commit suicide. He is unsuccessful in his suicide attempt, and his life was spared by a demon. He now has a contract with the demon, essentially, to go and bring him souls. If he does not do it, he's eventually going to kill him. And we kind of see Dylan resist the going and fetching of souls at the very beginning, and we see him getting sick and stuff like that, and he blames it on the demon. As the story progresses, we are started to doubt whether the demon's actually real or not, and it's possibly in Dylan's head. So that's interesting as the story goes. And we see how the demon kind of relates to other members in his family as well. Dylan also has kind of a code of he's only going to kill bad guys. So if you like the series Dexter, I got a lot of that kind of Dexter vibe from this book. I want to take time out to thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you will, hit that thumbs up or that subscribe button. That helps me out very much. Thank you so much. And let's continue on with these books. Book number 2 is Sandman, and this book here continuously gets praise from all kinds of people. It has several different artists for the series. It's completed as well and has had spinoffs. There is a Netflix TV show that is, I think, wrapping up development, and it should be out soon. There's also the audiobook, which is similar but different from the actual story itself. The story is about the entity Dream, also known as Morpheus. He is captured by a magician named Roderick Burgess, who is trying to capture the entity Death. Upon Morpheus being captured, he is relinquished of his helm, a ruby, and a bag of sand. And upon Roderick's death, Morpheus's care is given to his son Alex, Roderick's son Alex. Morpheus is able to escape. He curses Alex. The rest of the story is his journey to find his helm, his ruby, and his bag of sand, and also to find out, what's his purpose, what's his meaning. This turns into more than just this story. This is just the first volume, Preludes and Nocturnals. Very good read. Very dense read. Very good sketch kind of art. It will take you to a different world. It has some gruesome parts in it, and I do recommend this book, though. It's very good read. Down in the description, there's going to be affiliate links to trades of all these first volumes for all these books. So if you decide you want to check something out, go to one of the links, click on it. It'll take you to it in Amazon, and you'll be able to purchase it there. If you do purchase it, it gives me a kickback, so I do get something from it. And I greatly appreciate it if y'all use those, if you do decide to buy something. So, my favorite horror book of all time is Gideon Falls. It is a mysterious, strange story. Very good sketch artwork. It is written by Jeff Lemire, and the art just done by Andre Sorrento. It's a very mysterious book about a black barn that appears not only in a rural town, but also in a city that could possibly be in the future, or be somewhere else, or another dimension, or something along those lines. It's not necessarily a gory book. There are some things that happen in it, of course, because, it's a horror story. This book has more to do with, the essence of pure evil, though, than anything else. The artwork's very sketch drawn. We have two main characters, essentially. A Catholic priest that comes into the rural town, and a young guy who's really got some peculiar problems going on. He's hunting through trash a lot, and you find out why he's hunting through trash as you read the story. I don't want to spoil that for you, but those are pretty much our two main characters throughout this, and they are somewhat connected as well. And it's a creepy, just weird story. I don't really have a good way of explaining it without ruining it, and I by far do not want to ruin it. I do want y'all to check this book out. Thank you for checking out my video. I hope you appreciate this list, and I hope you find something interesting to read on it. If you haven't already, check me out on the podcast Comically Comics. Also, you can find me on Instagram at 22_comics. And thank you again. I greatly appreciate you watching. Y'all have a good one.